This is an overview of McAfee Endpoint Upgrade Assistant. In this video you will learn about McAfee Endpoint Upgrade Assistant, upgrade automation and the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant Package Creator. Endpoint Upgrade Assistant helps you upgrade to endpoint security. With a single deployment package, Endpoint Upgrade Assistant will remove legacy or incompatible products and upgrade endpoints to selected and recommended versions of McAfee Endpoint Security, McAfee Agent, McAfee Data Loss Prevention, McAfee Data Exchange Layer, McAfee Active Response, McAfee Application Control and McAfee Change Control. After installing the extension, the upgrade automation package is checked into all three ePolicy Orchestrator branches. McAfee Endpoint Upgrade Assistant extension in ePolicy Orchestrator can be found under the Software section of the main drop-down menu. When the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant extension is installed in ePolicy Orchestrator, and ePolicy Orchestrator is launched, then the landing page will default to Endpoint Upgrade Assistant and instruct you of your endpoint upgrade readiness. To view the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant extension, click on the main menu and click on Endpoint Upgrade Assistant. Before you begin, click on Check McAfee Product Compatibility for a list of operating system compatibility. When you select the endpoint security version you wish to upgrade, and select the environment to analyze, or select a subset if you wish to reduce the time required, and click on Analyze Environment. Then Endpoint Upgrade Assistant will analyze your environment. The assessment will take a few minutes depending on the size of the ePolicy Orchestrator database, and the number of endpoints being analyzed. When the analysis is complete, the upgrade data will appear, including the environment overview chart and categories of endpoints. Upgrade Complete contains systems that have endpoint security installed. Ready to Upgrade contains systems that can run upgrade automation to install endpoint security. Requires Product Upgrades contains systems that must be upgraded to make them applicable for upgrade automation. And Blocked from Upgrading contains systems that cannot have endpoint security installed. Click on Include Unmanaged Systems checkbox to show or hide unmanaged systems from the environment overview charts. Endpoint Upgrade Assistant divides the migration process into steps identified by three tabs: Overview, Prepare, Deploy and Track. The Overview tab displays the systems in the selected environment divided into three tables. Ready for upgrade automation. Requires product upgrades. Blocked from upgrading. After reviewing the systems you can click on the Reanalyze Environment button. This will refresh the tabs to reflect your changes. The Ready for Upgrade Automation table shows all the systems which can be upgraded immediately using Upgrade Automation. The More Info link provides more information about this category as well as ability to tag systems and export system details. The Product Versions link shows a breakdown of McAfee products by version. We recommend that you install the latest versions of McAfee products to have the most up-to-date security solution. However, you can elect to remain on a compatible version of McAfee Agent using the checkbox. The Requires Product Upgrades table shows the systems which require manual tasks to be eligible for upgrade automation. The More Info link provides the steps required to complete these manual tasks. Here you can tag systems and view systems for each task. Clicking More Info again will hide the steps required. You can view product details for these systems by clicking the Product Versions link. The Blocked from Upgrading table shows all the systems in the selected environment which do not meet the criteria for endpoint security migration. The More Info link provides details for the three categories of blocked systems. Unmanaged systems need McAfee Agent installed on the endpoint. Incompatible systems may have hardware compatibility issues such as disk space. Currently excluded systems have McAfee products that are not yet supported. You can also tag systems and export system details for incompatible systems. After making changes to the endpoints, click the Reanalyze Environment button to reflect these changes. Clicking the Start Over button will bring you back to the home page. Click on the Prepare tab for the list of software packages and versions that are required. The Required Action section, under Policy Migration, informs you of McAfee Endpoint Security and McAfee Data Loss Prevention policy migrations needed before executing the upgrade. You can choose which branch you want to deploy the upgrade automation package from by using the View Branch drop-down menu. As part of the migration process, Upgrade Automation will download all its required packages from this branch. Inconsistencies are highlighted in red in the Notes section. This shows products that require your attention before proceeding with an upgrade. Click on the drop-down under Version and Client Package branch to be installed. You will see multiple options. Versions of the product to install, do not upgrade, or do not install. You should select the versions you want to install for each product. If you don't want to install the web control and firewall modules, then you should select do not install. If you don't want to install the monthly updates, then you should select do not install. For McAfee Data Loss Prevention Endpoint, you can decide what version to upgrade to by selecting the version. The drop-down only shows options that are available in your selected ePolicy Orchestrator branch. If you don't want to upgrade McAfee Data Loss Prevention Endpoint, select Do Not Upgrade. If you select this option but have versions less than the minimum required version, then this will be highlighted in red. After selecting your choices for the version and client package branch to be installed, and you have fixed any errors in the Notes section, then click the Refresh button. This refreshes information only on the Prepare tab without fully reanalyzing your selected environment. If you choose to deploy upgrade automation from outside the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant extension, you can do so with a command line option. After you have selected what to install, the Copy Command Line button can be used to copy the command line options for the deployment. The command line is automatically copied to the clipboard. Click on Deploy and Track tab to display the number of systems which can be upgraded using upgrade automation. This will also show the status of scheduled deployment tasks. The Deploy and Track tab contains two tables. Upgrade automation allows you to create deployment tasks. The second table displays the deployment status of any upgrade automation tasks created using Endpoint Upgrade Assistant. Click the Create Deployment Task button to create a task that will automatically migrate endpoints to McAfee Endpoint Security. The Create Deployment Task page shows you the branch you are going to deploy from the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant product options that you have selected. By default, all endpoints that are applicable for upgrade automation are selected in the Systems table. If you wish to execute upgrade automation on a subset of endpoints, you may change the system type selection, or select endpoints individually. Before saving the task, you must acknowledge that you have completed the migration of legacy custom policies and client tasks under Policy Migration. Click the Save button to be presented with a summary of the upgrade automation actions. Click OK to proceed with the deployment. Note: you can also deploy the upgrade automation package outside of the ePolicy Orchestrator extension using the standard EPO deployment methods. For this, you need to select the upgrade automation package and enter the appropriate command line option. When the deployment starts to execute, the endpoint will download the packages required for migration. The upgrade automation logic will verify that no conflicting products exist on the machine and that the package versions are correct as per the reference configuration. If conflicting products like move are found, or if the package versions are incorrect, Endpoint Upgrade Automation will terminate the migration to McAfee Endpoint Security. If possible, local VSE and HIPS policies will be migrated. Upgrade Automation will then remove, upgrade, or install the required packages. The endpoint migration is now complete and the status will be reported to ePolicy Orchestrator. Finally, the Deploy and Track tab will display the status, and allow you to view deployment task for each deployment. For customers who don't use ePolicy Orchestrator for deployment purposes, but want to take advantage of upgrade automation, we have created the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant Package Creator. This allows you to migrate McAfee Agent from one ePolicy Orchestrator server to another as part of the same deployment, and also automatically migrates your endpoints to McAfee Endpoint Security. The following steps are required to create a deployment package. Click Browse, and select the McAfee Endpoint Security installer. The McAfee Endpoint Security installer zip file can be downloaded either from the McAfee download page, or from Software Manager. Similarly, click Browse to select an optional McAfee Endpoint Security Active Threat Protection installer. All McAfee Endpoint Security components are installed by default. If you don't wish to install the optional components, McAfee Endpoint Security Web Control and McAfee Endpoint Security Firewall, then deselect the appropriate option. Click Next. You may click Browse to select the McAfee Agent installer and review the configuration options. The Agent Installer Frame package has to be generated by the ePolicy Orchestrator server that you wish your endpoints to communicate with after the migration process. Click on Browse to locate the optional McAfee Data Loss Prevention installer. Endpoint Security supports only McAfee Data Loss Prevention 9.3 Patch 6 and later. If you are upgrading DLP as part of this deployment, you need to locate the DLP installer. Similarly, click on Browse to locate the optional McAfee Data Exchange Layer installer or McAfee Active Response installer package. Click Next. The next screen allows you to decide on your deployment method. You can create a package that can be deployed with third-party tools such as SCCM or BigFix. Alternatively, you can create a package that can be deployed from McAfee ePolicy Orchestrator. The main use case for creating a McAfee ePolicy Orchestrator package deployment is to migrate endpoints to a new McAfee ePolicy Orchestrator server while also upgrading them to Endpoint Security. Click Browse under Select Package Name and Location, to provide the name and location of the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant package that will be created. Enter a log location to indicate to the package creator where to create a log during the process. If no path is entered, the default will be used. Sysprep is a standalone tool that is designed to handle third-party injectors by adding them to the McAfee Trusted Store to ensure that endpoint security and these injectors can work together. A version of Sysprep is packaged with Endpoint Upgrade Assistant, but if you want to use a newer version, you can browse to select it here. For more information on the command line options, please reference the help on docs.mcafee.com. Click Next. The summary dialog displays all options that you have selected. Click the Create button to start the package creation process. For more detailed information, please refer to the online product guide located at docs.mcafee.com. This concludes the Endpoint Upgrade Assistant, Upgrade Automation, and Package Creator demonstration. Thank you for your time.